Good morning, First Christian Church. In Joshua chapter 24, Joshua gathers all of the Israelites together and he reminds them of their history. That is, he reminds them of all that God has done for them and of how God has been exceedingly faithful in blessing him. Then in verses 14 and 15, he says this: "Now therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in faithfulness. Put away the gods that your fathers served beyond the river and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. And if it is evil in your eyes to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your fathers served in the region beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." So Joshua puts this question before them. He tells them that they need to choose who or what they will devote their lives and their worship to. The people respond by committing to worship God. What is striking is that Joshua reminds them or warns them of the difficulty of truly worshiping God. Yet to their credit, they persist in their promise to serve God only. And according to verse 31, they largely succeed in this. I appreciate Joshua's bluntness. He just lays it out for them. He says, either worship God or don't, but you have to choose, for you cannot do both. Remember, God is beautifully jealous. He will not share his glory or our praise with idols. Later on in the history of Israel, during the time of the kings, the prophet Elijah asks a similar question of the people. He said to them, "How long will you go limping between two different opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him." And yet I believe that we too struggle with the call and the challenge to fully worship God. It is therefore good for us to be challenged, to be provoked by these words. It is wise for us to consciously wrestle with this question and with this decision. By no means, in saying this, do I seek to diminish God's sovereignty. We all do well to take Romans chapter 3 to heart. For apart from the grace of God, no one would choose God. No one would seek God. But the point here is that God had revealed himself to the people. He had shown them his mercy, love, and power. He had lavished upon them uncountable blessings. And so they, and also we, are presented with the choice of how we will respond. I believe that it is good to be mindful of this. By the grace of God, if you are a follower of Jesus Christ, if you have received the gift of his salvation, then you are freed from the controlling power of sin. You are free to day by day choose to worship, serve, and follow Jesus Christ. But on some level, this is volitional. It's therefore, I believe, good and wise to be in the habit of regularly asking ourselves, who am I worshiping right now? Joshua was right when he warned the Israelite leaders to be very careful to love the Lord your God. So today, as you read and you reflect upon this passage, the challenge, I believe, is to look in the mirror and to ask ourselves the question that Joshua placed before the people. Choose this day whom you will serve. My hope and my prayer is that all of us would stand with Joshua and confess in our hearts, minds, and lives that we will serve the Lord. May God bless you, and as always, be safe, wise, and loving. Have a great day.